Jealousy? Do you like?
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah?
I think there should be just that frisson of jealousy because it stops you getting complacent.
Keeps you on your
from
toes.
both sides.
Yes.
You know that other guys look and they, you know, that's okay. So long as it doesn't go any further than that.
So
then
what
there'll
are
be
your...
trouble.
You know, Benedict Cumberbatch has his Cumber bitches. What are yours? A Scoffer... What would you call them? Schofield?
I don't know that I've named them.
You need to name them.
I think I'm always very grateful. We've got the list, you know, the allowed to list. You know, so that's your wish list. Steph has a list.
Who's yours?
You. No, I'm joking. It is, of course, it is, of course. I think mine was, I think for a while it was Penelope Cruz and Jennifer Aniston. And Steph's Matthew Perry and Jensen Button. So we're going to see Matthew Perry in his play soon. So I was a little bit worried that
Don't take
she might tick the list.
Yeah.
She might. Do you have that, Penny? Do you have allowed twos?
Well, I mean, I think it's fun. Like you're saying, you're discussing it with your partner, and it's almost like a joke. And the idea that there's a little bit of jealousy just kind of shows.
You can tell us.
Come on, the list.
No, the only green in my husband's life is Celtic, you know. There is an ongoing joke amongst our friends about a particular actor who I happened to meet once upon a time, and I had a bit of an accident, collapsed. I had a slip disc, and he helped me into the ambulance.
And so you're between Phillip Schofield and Kay Adams. You're not going to get away from this.
He was a little bit of a hero to me, and so it's Gerard Butler.
I know Gerard, so I'm happy to give him a call if you want.
The thing is, I'm very happily... No, I can't look.
He's looking at you, Pen. He's looking at you.
He's right over your shoulder.
He's very happily with someone, I'm sure, and I know I'm very happy, and it's just an ongoing joke. And Rod's more likely to bump into him at a Celtic game than I ever would. So
Did
anyway.
we tell you he's on the show next week?
I won't be here.
But, I mean, presumably, Rod Stewart, you're out in kind of public places. I mean, there must be so many people, men and women, but
If
lots
I
of
ever
women
suffered from
coming
jealousy, I've certainly thrown myself in the deep end because so many women are always going up to Rod and, you know, I love you, Rod, and have a picture. And most of the time, everyone's very gracious about it and say, Penny, sorry, do you mind, and that kind of thing. And there are occasions where there's this gorgeous blonde and she's younger and all that, and I kind of think, oh, you know, a little jealousy there, but there's nothing ever for me, I feel, to worry about because we have such a good connection.
I think it's more about the women as well and how they behave around your partner, isn't it? More than
I think it's very... Sorry, I think it's very natural for men, as men, I think, more than women with the testosterone, to find women attractive. If it didn't, it would be a bit odd. But knowing that you've got a good relationship and it's just... As long as you're open with it.
I had to join Steph on Twitter because I'd be sitting there and she'd be saying, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I said, I'm on Twitter. So then, you know... You have to know. All right, hang on a sec. So she has a secret account so that she can monitor what I'm... You know, so I said, when I'm on my phone, she can look across and say, oh, he's tweeting.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for Steph.
And how does that make you feel?
With occasionally, occasionally I've been frustrated by that. You know,
you quite like it, don't you? You seemed quite proud when you said that.
Well, it's nice to be wanted. I mean, if she wasn't fussed who I was talking to, that would be a bother. But,
yes, exactly,
but definitely, I think social media is another thing. You know, you do throw yourself out there a lot, and there are some people who get that, and there are some people who find it awkward. I don't think I share too much, but it is definitely something that you
can have kind of twinkly little kind of tete-a-tetes with people that are completely unreal. But I suppose to a partner, you think, well, what's so interesting about that person?
But Kate, you're married to a tennis coach. Now, they would be a red flag for me, because...
Oh, really?
Well, because it's one of those...
Let me take you from behind.
You know, it's always the thing you go, oh, yeah, she ran
show
off
you
with
with
her
your
tennis
grip.
coach.
Yes, it's true.
Is that or the head gardener?
Well, no, I know. I mean, I'm sure he has taught a few women about their grip and all the rest of it. But no, you just get used to it, don't you? I mean, it's a Jackie Collins novel, and sometimes, yes, you do see him sort of coaching middle-aged women, and
But do you get that little twinge of jealousy ever?
Well, it's nice. Do I? I'm just trying. I'll have to have another drink. Yeah, I mean, if you just were completely uncaring of who your partner was speaking to, I think it would say bad things about the relationship. There has to be that feeling. What about you, Jane?
Yeah, well, I have always had a little thing about Daniel Craig.
Hello.
Love Daniel Craig. Yes, particularly since that moment, I have to confess. But it's really funny because I've almost got to the point now where I can obviously never meet him because it will be a disaster, but I wind my husband up something rotten. So we'll be out with friends or something and he'll be talking to someone over there and I'll go, watch this, what this? And then just in the conversation I'll go, yeah, God, you know, must go and see that new Daniel Craig film. And it's like a trigger. He goes,
really?
Oh, God, he's so ugly. Looks like a monkey. Quite clearly doesn't look like a monkey, but I get him, he's like that every time. On the hook.
So you just do it to wind him up then?
Totally. And is there anyone that Steph likes that winds you up when they get mentioned?
No, I don't think so, other than that list. I mean, if Jensen Button was mentioned too many times, then she actually had her hair done, and she said, oh, you'll never guess who was having the hair done behind her. I said, who? She said, Jensen Button. And I thought, just for a moment, I thought, hello. That's too close. You can have the list, but you can't sit beside them.
Has Jensen ever been on the show?
No, I'm not sure.
And June, he never will be. Philip, listen, thank you very much. Phillip Schofield, everyone.
For more Loose Women action, click here. And I'd subscribe if I were you. It's totally free and it means you'll be kept up to date with new videos and exclusive YouTube content.
Any women at home want to join me? Because these are actually mine. I had to bring mine in today, that's it.